be millionaires by now. Thought this was a get-rich-quick thing. Ready?
Bosa.
This podcast may contain questionable language, will contain spoilers, and it's as surprised as you are that we're back.
Oh, is that me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. And welcome to episode 247 of Movie Drone. I'm amazed there's only one tool left in this shed, Steve.
I'm just here for the fun times, Mark.
Oh, dear, Mark.
Yeah, no tools. Good, isn't it?
Well, there's one tool.
One tool.
One tool sitting opposite me. Oh, so have you been in?
I can't believe we're back. I can't believe we've actually done it. It was dangerous, wasn't it?
Oh, well,
Wasn't it dangerous?
Well, we never discussed actually finishing it.
No.
You'd think that we would discuss it and at least say, look, we've had enough.
Shall we get to 250 and
rather
call
than
it a day?
disappearing like everyone else.
You suddenly ghost everyone. Do you remember them blokes? You said, no.
You'd have to come off Twitter and that, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah. I'd just shut that shit down.
Would you shut it?
Yeah.
What about the Instagram? You shut
like
that down?
certain things, you go back on people you've not seen, and that's counts are still sitting there with like 2,000 followers from 2019. I'd just close that shit down. Done.
Oh dear. Would you create like a website where you just put the episode so that if anyone wanted to listen to it and stumbled across any, or you just let them go?
Well, I mean, we could download them so when we're in old people's homes, we could say to people, I used to be on a podcast. Hang on a minute. And then pop back.
I'll get you episode 1. That should kill you off.
Other than that, yeah, just shut that shit down, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, or do you reckon we could sell the Twitter account? How much is it worth? To one of these influencers.
I don't know.
They could flop it over to some branded thing.
I don't know.
Everyone thinks, what? When the fuck did I follow that? It's 20 quid. Someone offers us 20 quid for it. You can have it.
Oh,
deal.
Dear. Okay. There we go.
But yeah, I've been all right, mate. I've been all right. Nice trip away. I didn't get murdered.
What?
Didn't get murdered. I did think it was going to happen because we all vanished up a mountain on like a cliff face on a hike. Lots of stones around. I made sure and kept my eyes up. I told them about the film.
Did you?
And I was like, this is very similar to what happened.
Should have watched the film with them.
I sent them the link when I got back. Yeah. It was difficult one because we hand luggage only. That's tough going, that.
Well, for a few days.
Yeah, because you don't get a lot, do you?
Well, you don't need a lot. What do you have? Your hair straighteners and that?
Yeah.
Your hair dryer? I bet you did.
Bounce. So basically what I'm saying, mate, is you've shit out on your Toblerone. I owe you one when I go to Turkey.
It's fine.
I picked it up and I was like, I don't know where I'm going to put it. So I put it back and I was like, I'll get him one when I go to Turkey. So I owe you and Gill Toblerone. Beautiful place though. It was really nice.
Did you stay in their house?
Yeah.
Did you? Is that not a bit weird?
No, it was lovely.
Using their toilet and that. And...
No.
Not in case you break nothing or no.
No. What I do is I look after things and then I choose to shit when we went to the beach. So it's going to pop over to the loo.
It just seems a bit weird staying in someone's house.
It was it was strange seeing a house like at a holiday destination. Normally you stay in like these barren places that are just tiles everywhere. But yeah, it was a proper house. Nice. Really nice. Made another couple of friends while I was out there.
Oh, God. No.
Yeah. I made friends with a praying mantis that was in the in the palm tree on the deck. And a cat. There was a cat. They had a stray cat on the patio that had kittens. So it had 3 kittens. They was only 4 weeks old. And the mum kept coming and seeing me.
To feed it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why then.
Yeah, it's been... Yeah,
it's not because of your charming fucking personality.
Of course it's fucking not, mate. No. Plants are growing, mate. It's good, isn't it? Data's being collected.
Made up, yeah.
Yeah, some of it. Sheds are loaded up. So new shed's up. That's loaded. Tools are out.
Only one tool in the shed.
Yeah. Quite exciting, mate. I am now part of the Kent National Trust Great Crested Newt Survey Team. How exciting is that?
Do you get a T-shirt for that?
I probably could get a T-shirt.
I'll get a T-shirt. Go on.
But I've quite an interesting hypothesis we're looking at. We're doing a study into... Do you know they've reintroduced bison into Glyn?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to study the effect the bison have had on reptiles and amphibians. Positive or negative. Don't want to allude.
Right. I mean, terrific.
Yeah. Bought myself a posh old bat detector as well.
Right.
Got a posh old bat detector. And I've got a new obsession with espressos. It's a lot of shit this week. Sorry, I've got 3 weeks of this to get through. Yeah, new obsession with espressos.
The coffee?
Yeah, the coffee. Really nice.
Right.
Just keep mainlining espressos.
Are you learning about all these things for the first time? Where have you been? Living under a rock or something?
Well, I never really liked coffee till 4 years ago, did I? And now we got the coffee machine and you buying all these posh beans for me for every occasion that comes along. I thought, I'm going to try some of them beans as an espresso. Bloody lovely.
Right.
Lovely jubblies. And the I can get in trouble with this. I'm not going to say this. I'm really looking forward to the weekend because I'm going camping.
It's not Duke of Edinburgh or something.
No, I'm going in a caravan somewhere, a couple of hours away apparently, for a coronation party extravaganza. As a coronation. Oh, mate. I don't think I'm going to be that popular when they ask me about my royal views.
Right. Okay. Try and keep them to yourself. Some people like it.
I've got to do a quiz. I've got to do a quiz and stuff. Apparently there's a quiz night.
Try and be nice. You know what I mean? It's not all about you, is it? It's about the king and that.
So what, you want me to lie?
And the royalists.
You want me to lie?
Yeah, for once in your life.
Yeah? All right.
Put a bit of joy into someone's life.
Love the thought of a royal family, mate. I really, really like it, and I wish the king all the best in his new role.
Now. You don't have to start now. Just when you've with the other people.
All right. Yeah, I ain't swearing allegiance to no one.
God's sake.
I ain't doing that. No chance. There's your 3 weeks, 2 weeks, however many weeks it's been, mate. Did you run a lot?
I just want to say thanks to the guests for Erin and Jamie before we went away.
It seems a long time ago now.
It does, yeah. So obviously lost a bit of the momentum on that one because we haven't been here, have we? But I just want to say thank you very much. She was fantastic.
She was.
Jamie was all right, obviously. Erin was fantastic. Lots of positive comments. I did go to Vienna. Yeah, I got some running friends.
Did you?
Yeah, I met some friends there, like running friends.
From
running.
Yeah, they British?
I'm only joking, mate. Like fuck, I'm going to do that.
Well, you've told us before, mate, when you go running, you become the most sociable being and you're waving at the crowd. So it's every possibility that could have happened.
Yeah, but only like briefly. I don't really want to talk to anyone. No, of course I haven't, mate. I barely like talking to the friends I've got. You know what I mean? It's more of a comedic thing.
Okay.
It was all right. Not too bad, the marathon. It was a bit hot. I was 3,500th. Out of nearly 40,000 people.
Yeah, good effort.
All right, isn't it? Yeah. But a bit slower than I normally do, so it was a bit hot. So, but yeah, it was a nice trip away. Nice trip away to. I got you a present. It's a present in the bag.
Oh, thanks.
Go on, have a look.
I've got to get it. Is it phallus shaped?
No, just have a look.
Is it a frog? A dancing lizard? Hang on. It's a clown, isn't it? Is that a clown?
Clown for a clown. No.
Oh, that's lovely, mate. Thanks ever so much. I've never seen anything quite like it.
Like that dancing frog? Do you? Dancing wooden frog.
That's amazing.
Good, eh?
Is that handmade?
Yeah,
handmade in Vienna.
Yeah, sweatshop somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what?
Expensive and all.
Do you want to know what the frog means to Vienna?
Frog and the Prince, something to do with folklore.
Is it?
I don't know.
No, not at all.
Right.
No fucking clue. It just looked like a cheap thing that I bought in the
I'll be honest with you. I love it, but they're stretching it, calling it a frog. It's got hands, and it's actually got a face, and then they've just put two googly eyes on the top. But it's lovely.
Yeah, good.
I'll hang that up on my shelf.
Good.
The shelf.
I expect it to be hung up. And Herbie, got Herbie, haven't I? The dog. He's
little legend, isn't he?
I mean, I've had him a week. He's done more by a kilogram of poo than I have, which is going some, obviously.
Okay.
Poo and wee machine. But hey, he's all right.
I remember distinctly wanting to either smack George over the head with a shovel or send him back after a week. So you're doing well.
Well, it's not to say. I mean, Gill listens to this, doesn't she?
Oh.
So it's not to say that I ain't ready to smack him over the head with a shovel.
But he's such a lovely little boy.
Clearly not going to say it on here. But yeah, oh, bless him. Bless him. He's really, really
Bless his little heart.
sweet. That's about it, mate.
He'll stink like shit.
When I come down in the morning, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a little while to get out, doesn't it? At least he's coming up to summer, mate. You can hear that bad boy out.
So, mate, got any thanks?
Yes, mate, I got thanks to Eric Hanson, to Cinema Recall, Right Stuff Reviews, Little Nick, Jamie Irwin, Keith Noakes, Ian Love Gregori, WTM, Gen22, Soundtrack Your Life, Lee, Mike, and Oscar.
Thank you very much to all those people for retweets on our last episode, which was a while ago now. So I've got special thanks to Gill, Cassie, Jamie Russell, Glyn, Shaun Panda Nicolson, Emirate Movies, LJ Human, Ian McIntyre, Mr. Positivity, Ben and Paul from FilmBusters, Ryan, Karim Helliwell, Dave Horrocks, and the lovely Erin.
Yeah, I recognise some of their names. Yeah, do ring a bell.
Promo, mate.
I'm Josh Bell.
And I'm Jason Harrison. We co-host a podcast called Awesome Movie Year.
Each season, we take a look back at an awesome year for movies, which is every year.
We deep dive into these specific years and we pick out why they were such great years for films. We go over the biggest hits, the biggest flops, the best pictures, some personal picks, some cult classics.
Years we've covered in past seasons include 1994, 2003, 1977, and 1984, and we've got all of film history to look forward to. So check us out at awesomemovieyear.com or wherever you listen to podcasts.
There we go. Awesome Movie Year podcast, 2012. They've done Dread recently.
Yeah.
And then that seems like it's longer than that. That's older than that, really. Like 11 years, you know.
Okay.
Don't you think, Fred?
I don't know, because I didn't see it until you made me watch it, did I?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That wasn't 11 years ago, was it? Feels like it. Fucking hell. And they're doing Safety Not Guaranteed at the moment. I'm not sure what that one is.
I've never heard of it. I chose them because of Dread. And then you sent me a picture through of a different episode on, and I thought, put a new one out. So no excuse not to listen to the new one and the old one.
Yeah. So 2012, don't really remember an awful lot about it. I do remember it being a disaster movie.
2012, I would have been 18. Oh.
Short-haired.
Yeah. I remember that, yeah.
You've been eating while you've been away in Cyprus.
I've eaten
just looking there.
The biggest pizza tonight, mate, and I'm in trouble.
I'm just looking. I just saw something going on there.
Yeah.
That's not right. That's not right.
I'm pregnant.
Seriously, it looks like it. You don't seem that happy with your frog.
It's the best frog. It's the best wooden frog toy I own.
I'm going to
mate.
listen back to it. I think there's a bit of disdain in your voice when you open that.
It was amazing.
Right.
I can imagine the thought that went into it, and I would cherish it until my grave.
Still leave the price on?
Yeah. Decent money, that. Yeah.
Oh, dear. Fucking, you better like that.
Handmade.
Go on, then.
Welcome to the Marc reads some film lines in some similar voices, and Steve has to guess the film from the lines read to get points game. Hashtag what's that film?
So the chances of you remembering what it was last time and who scored what and everything is pretty slim, but I'm going to ask you, who got what and what was
I
it?
can remember what it was. I think I got them all. I might have done.
Right.
Might forget some people if I do.
Right.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
It was Ghostbusters 2 specifically.
It was, yeah.
It was. Paul got 3,
Right.
and then he said he got 3 for the one before, but I can't remember what that was. So whatever it was before Ghostbusters 2, Paul got a 3. Shaun got a 2.
Should have gone Back to the Future. Is that what it is?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, fucking hell.
Shaun got a 2. Ben, mate, got a 5. Glyn got a 5. LJ got a 4. Kareem got a 0. He went for the wrong specific.
Right.
He panicked, I think. And Emma got a 3.
Right.
There's probably some more in there, but you know.
Yeah. I don't know if Jill listened or what.
You might have texted me 2 weeks
I
ago.
think she did. She said Erin was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jill
Didn't
got
say
a
we
5 then.
You didn't say we were good.
Oh, no.
Never does. So, mate, what you got for us this week?
Easy one this week, mate. Easy one for you all. Nice little Bedouin returner. 5 points. What's the film? I want to roll you into a little ball and shove you up my vagina.
I do know that.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's supposed to be in a woman's voice. I want to roll you into a little ball and shove you up my vagina.
I do know that.
Yeah, you should.
I do know that. Right, there's a lot of films to choose from.
Yeah.
If it hasn't come to me straight away, it's not going to, is it? No.
4 points, mate. What's the film? I just want you to know I hate you, and so does my dad. 3 points in, mate. What's that film? Robert better not get in my face, because I'll drop that motherfucker. Yeah.
Fucking watched it the other day.
Yeah, that's why you recognised it.
It was.
Really recognised that.
It was.
Feel like
I know. Sure, I've heard that somewhere. But, bloody hell, go on then, carry on. 2
points. What's that film? I would follow you into the mists of Avalon, if that's what you mean.
I mean, go on. I mean, not the. I don't think the most quotable ones in there. You've made it quite hard. Good job.
I don't want to give it to people, do I? Better me, I said, not give it to them.
Right.
1 point for everyone else. What's that film? Did you rub your balls on my drums?
And there we go. And there we go.
The class is back.
That's the money shot. So, yeah, we'll probably get a few. I'm a bit gutted about that because I did watch it. It's on my actual also watched, which is, it's a bit weird. Never mind. One of the films that I think should have had a sequel.
Okay.
If
Still time, I'd imagine.
Yeah, would be good. So please, if you think you got it, let us know how many points you got and what you think it is via DM only, please. Moving on.
Yeah.
This is... No idea where we are. Should we draw a line under everything and just start again?
Start again. Yeah,
Go on then.
probably.
Where can people send the questions?
If you can send me some questions over, please, via email, which is moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com, or on Twitter, which is @movie_drone. Starting fresh, I'll start a new Word document.
Yeah.
Send them over. If you've sent some over in the past, they've gone.
I mean, it gives me something to do to read them and work on them. Because I've just been watching farting videos on Facebook.
You've mainly been sending me Facebook videos this week. Yeah.
Okay.
And
not
when
farting ones. I don't send them ones.
No, but when they
I
come...
enjoy them myself.
When they come through WhatsApp, I think, right, he's not brave enough to tag me in this and own it. So what's happening? That says I'm not putting my name to this.
Yeah, I'll find the share button. It's like incognito. Yeah, it's good. So a couple of them I didn't find on Facebook. No, a couple of them were not on Facebook. So moving on.
Yes.
This is the next section. This is the section that we love to call
Question time.
Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time. Question time. Question time. Time for the question. Question time.
Eye to eye contact.
That's a good one.
That's an in-joke, that one. So, mate, we got a question in. Who's it from and what's it about?
It's from the lovely Erin. She did send one in after last time. And she expressed, if you remember, that justice was done when that little kid got killed in the blob.
She's dark.
She's dark, but, I tend to agree. And she wants to know, mate, would like to know our opinion on the top 5 child actors who needed to die in their film.
Cool. I'm not going to do short round this time.
You're not?
No, I'm not going to include short round. I've got him on here. I've got short round. Fuck him too at the end.
All right,
like an honourable, but I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it, So what you got?
I've got a few because I think we might clash on a few. But my number 5, mate, and the audience can choose. This is the best thing. We can all have different options here. And it's any of the little fuckers in Willy Wonka, the original one.
The original one?
Yeah.
I watched the new one.
He could have drowned in chocolate cake. We could have been burnt in the incinerator. We could have actually exploded that blueberry.
Do you reckon that they should, they've done like the Winnie the Pooh recently, like a horror,
dark
and they
one.
should do a horror Willy Wonka?
Almost like an escape room in a chocolate factory.
Could do.
Yeah.
That's an idea for a film.
Yeah.
So I've got number 5 is Brandon De Vilda, who played Joey Starrett in the film Shane.
Okay.
That's all he does all the time.
Right.
It would have been good if there was like a gunfight and maybe it was a ricochet.
Right.
And took his head off.
Okay.
You haven't seen Shane, have you?
No. Nor do I want to after that, if I'm honest with you.
It's a good film.
My number 4, mate, Harry Potter in the first one. That would have fucked it, wouldn't it?
He would have done. What? Like
Oh,
a spell
you're
or
a
something?
wizard, Harry. Oh, fuck. The end.
You're a wizard, Harry. There it goes.
Like, he gave him his wand and he went like...
It backfired.
Explosives and like rather
Took
than
an hand off.
come off a mirror or something and shot back at him.
Bled to death.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent. I've got number 4, Macaulay Culkin,
Right.
Home Alone 2. I fancy him getting eaten by pigeons. You know that pigeon woman? I wanted her to be like, it all seemed like she's nice.
Yeah.
But then she throws loads of breadcrumbs at him and these pigeons peck his eyes out.
A bit like a Hostel at the end where his like eye drops out or something.
Like something out of Family Guy or something, you know what I mean? When they just like peck their eyes out and stuff. You know, it'd been good.
Okay, my number 3, mate. The annoying kid in Jurassic Park. Not that one. The other annoying kid. Remember the little one who was like, that looks like a turkey, giant turkey. And he gets that like velociraptor claw and says, oh, it'll go across your guts. Imagine if he went a bit deep and his guts fell out.
Very good. Yeah. I mean, that's the film I want to watch now, rather than Jurassic Park.
Oh my God, Alan, what have you done? I don't know. I went a bit deep. All his guts are hanging out. Shove them back in.
Brilliant. So my number 3 is Carrie Henn, who played Newt in Aliens.
Okay.
So I think it would be good. How about she gets killed, but the aliens take her form, so that the queen alien's got the head of a newt.
That'd be, like almost look like the little doll thing in Toy Story when he put the doll's head on the spider.
Exactly. So you got like the queen. It's like a newt.
Okay. Is it the head degrading? Like every time you go back there, it's rotted and dropped a bit more.
Yeah, whatever you like.
Let's go into this.
Go for it.
Number 2, mate, Kevin. Right. Early in, we need to talk about Kevin. Them parents should have snapped earlier. I'm telling you now.
Yeah, I remember you giving me that.
Yeah, they should have done something about that earlier. There's only so much they should get away with before you fire that bow and arrow back at them.
Right, okay. Yeah. My number 2, is it? Haley Joel Osment from Sixth Sense.
Okay.
Make way for the sequel with the tagline, I see alive people.
Okay. Yeah.
You know that? Yeah. From a ghost point of view or something. Yeah. Sequel to Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
You know.
Why not? My number 1, mate, I don't know if you remember this one. Screechy little bastard in the Babadook.
It was a good film. Yeah.
Ruined by the screechy little bastard.
Whole point, like to make his like mum like at her wit's end, you know.
Oh, it made me at my wit's end.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like going.
Did it not just get you ready for your current life? Is that like not what it got you ready for?
Don't really allow screeching.
Don't you?
No, it's not encouraged.
Right. Well, you got a bow and arrow or something to stop it. My number 1, Henry Thomas, who played Elliot in E.T. So E.T. turns out to be a bad alien. He does horrific experiments to him, and he ends up turning him inside out.
Oh, right, not look
probing him a lot.
I was going to say, not that his finger turns out to be an anal probe or nothing.
Yeah.
And his mouth starts glowing.
It's like our finger. It's the anal probe.
And then Elliot sort of opens his mouth and his back of his throat's glowing where
and
it's
he
gone
turns inside out. I don't know why I've got this fetish with people turning inside out, but I don't know. I mean, it's worse that we're having E.T. with his light up finger being the anal probe.
I don't know if anyone's ever done an inside out human. That'd be a good baddie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so.
Inside out.
We've seen people turned inside out in film, haven't we?
They're not normally gutted though, and they like dead.
I don't know. I thought I've seen someone turned inside out. Maybe it was a Facebook video. I'll show you it.
I've seen that one, mate. You've seen that.
Is that it?
I've only got the one honourable, and that's Jeff Goldblum's daughter in Jurassic Park, Lost in the Lost World.
Right.
New York one.
Right.
I think, as Erin said, it would have been justice for her to die.
Right.
Because she went there on her own accord, didn't she? Told no, knew better. Get your head eaten.
Yeah, I mean, I do that all the time and think, well, if kids do what they're not told and they get into peril, I'm just like, it's a life fucking lesson, isn't it?
I saw it. So Cass says to me, she goes, stop them, they're going to hurt themselves. And I was like, they'll only do it once.
Like those Facebook videos I take, John, with the people smashing their teeth out on the BMXs and that.
You got to learn.
I'll do that again, won't I?
Once you've fallen out of a few trees, you learn to hold on better.
So thank you very much, Erin, for sending that question in. You were right on the deadline.
Yeah.
I'd already drawn the line, and
you'd given me a midnight cut-off date.
I had. Put my foot down.
The note anxiety was really hitting hard, even though you hadn't done any until about 3 o'clock.
Today.
But it's important that was in place.
It is. I have to stamp my authority. Respect my authority. So, mate, moving on again?
Yes, mate.
We saw a film.
We did. We saw a film. It's currently 7 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 15, 2 hours, 8 minutes. Billed as a drama with a synopsis of we follow Alison, whose life falls apart following her involvement in a fatal accident. I've got a $2.3 million gross on this one, mate.
This is directed by Zach Braff, starring Florence Pugh, Morgan Freeman, Celeste O'Connor, Molly Shannon, Chinaza Uchi, Zoe Lister-Jones.
This was 2023's A Good Person.
Clip.
Wake up with the sun in the morning, go to sleep with the moon at night.
For the model train enthusiast, we lord over a world where the neighbors are always kind, the lovers always end up together.
Allison, every memory I cherish as you in it. I love you.
And the trains always take you to the far-off places you always swore you'd go. In life, of course, nothing is nearly as neat and tidy.
That sounds like a Hallmark film.
It does, doesn't it?
From the 1980s or something.
Yeah.
Was Hallmark around then? I don't think so.
I don't know, mate.
I don't know. So, mate, I chose this one because it had Florence Pugh in it.
Yeah.
I thought you liked her.
Yeah.
So, what did you think, mate, of 2023's A Good Person?
Wow, what a film. There we are.
Right.
Name me, mate, a film with 2 better performances than that of Morgan Freeman and Florence Pugh. Time's up. You can't. So well written for me. A relatively simple film,
Right.
but a twisting story, and it really hooked me in. This was the film I didn't know I needed. And you know me, mate, I love a drama.
You
I
love
do
Florence
love-
Pugh. That's why you're saying
I
it.
almost fell in love with Morgan Freeman as much during this film. He was fucking
I think you've got
incredible.
your Florence Pugh bloody heart-shaped glasses on this one. And I'm not saying that she wasn't the best thing about this film.
Mate, her back must hurt. She must be going to the osteopath, the amount of film she's carrying. I'll tell you.
God's sake.
I'm telling you.
Oh dear, you bought a few puns back, didn't you, from Cyprus?
Yeah.
Zach Braff, he dated Florence Pugh.
He did 2 years.
Weird, ain't it?
Bastard.
Weird, isn't it? Oh, he's missed out now, mate. She's not there now, is she? You know what I mean? You've still got a chance.
What, in the Lloyd Christmas Dumb and Dumber? To kind of, so you're telling me there's a chance?
Dear. I watched it a few days ago,
Yeah.
and not that much of it has stuck,
Okay.
really. So, I struggled a little bit on the notes just to sort of like remember some bits. So I've sort of forgotten some characters were in it, which is really weird until I looked back on some of the sort of notes and stuff and the synopsis and things. But I mean, it wasn't horrible, much to the contrary, but nothing memorable.
Okay.
Maybe apart from Florence's performance again. Now, I want to get on to it. She was the standout, but we've had the same discussion before about is she doing the same thing all the time?
Yeah.
And again, this is another one where she gets to sort of like brood her way through quite a bit of it.
Yeah.
So there's nothing really new here, and we know that she does that well. Is she playing it safe, or do we not like it when actors sort of go out of their comfort zone? I mean, like we had Robert De Niro, rather than playing a gangster, he did Dirty Grandpa, and everyone fucking hated it, didn't they? And people do superhero films when they don't normally, and it sometimes doesn't work. It doesn't go down very well. So what do you think? What can we expect? Can she do any other genre of film other than this sort of like drama-y sort of brooding thing?
I've got a feeling this was a bit of a favour. It'd flow. Like we used to go out and stuff. I've written this film.
Right.
I'll need someone with a big name in.
Right. Because it's gone streaming quite quick.
I think
It's
it
gone to
was
Sky,
a
isn't
Sky
it?
original, wasn't it? I
Was
don't
it?
know. Because
Okay.
I've got no
Right.
budget. It was a little independent one.
Right. Yeah.
Or I don't know whether it was self-funded or whether Sky funded it. But yeah.
Talking of independent films, I think Peanut Butter Falcon went on one of the streamers recently. I think.
Quality little film. So yeah, I think this is favour, but I have seen the trailer to June 2 today, and she looks quite brooding in that as well. I'm guessing Oppenheimer she's going to be brooding in. So yeah, me and the missus did have this discussion because I was like, I rate her. I rate her a lot. I think she's
I rate her in
fucking
these.
great.
I rate her in these. I do. But it's all she does.
But I did, like I said, in this, she had some funny lines. She was quite funny. But is she sarcastic, moody funny? Could she actually carry anything off in a comedy or something different? I don't honestly know. I don't know if I want it.
Right.
It's like, I don't know. Because, I mean, my biggest one is Ryan Reynolds, and I'm like, for fuck's sake, not again, mate. But he has done a couple of decent, serious films.
Yeah.
I don't know. Will it happen? I don't know. I suppose at the moment, she's got to pick, and she wants a role, she can have it, let's be honest.
Yeah, I suppose so.
When the old offers stop coming in, we might start seeing a few different ones.
Yeah, maybe. Morgan Freeman, so you've mentioned that you liked his character.
Oh, best character in the film.
Was it? I don't know. I found it tonally all over the place. There's two, him and his son.
Yeah.
I just found their characters, the writing of their characters, a little bit off. Weirdly.
Okay.
Like, there was parts, because the other good thing about this film was the fact that it did layer some twists in.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously things like learning out our we all thought Morgan Freeman was a really nice bloke for what he was doing. Then it started sort of like we investigated his darker side, and we found out why his son was deaf and stuff like that. And you know, that was quite good. I just found, I don't know what it was about those two characters. I found that some of it was erring on the side of a bit comedic. And I don't know, tonally, I don't know whether it was because there was a bit of comedy when they were talking about dark stuff and that, but I just found it very weird.
Right, okay. You'd say tonally weird. I'd say multi-layered.
Right, okay.
Because for me, like you, I was like, oh, this is a nice forgiving old man.
Mm.
And actually, was his forgiveness more down to a redemption thing? And that's where I started getting to that thing of he's asking for forgiveness, so he wants to almost give that forgiveness as well as a redemption part in life.
Yeah, I got those bits and I enjoyed those dark twists. It's just that at certain points I just found that the performances seemed to make light of parts of it where I didn't think it should be.
Okay,
if that makes sense. There was just something slightly off.
I can't think of anything specific.
It was like a bit of cheese that had been a couple of days in the drawer for too long.
I mean, there was some over dramatic points, and there was some very drama-esque tropes in there. For me, it's not breaking barriers. This is another one of those films where I can't work out again whether this is a really good film or a really good film made good by performances.
I'm probably going to say the latter.
Yeah.
The reason that I am is because I didn't really think that it flexed its muscles like it could. I thought it was quite a shallow representation of addiction. I know that we had some bits in there, but I thought that there were some scenes that would have benefited from going a little bit darker and a little bit deeper. I liked the restaurant scene where she was trying to tap her friend up for prescription.
Yeah, see, I thought the addiction bit was quite good. And I agree with you. I think the 10-15 minutes where she was, call it clicking or something, don't they? Clucking, where she actually needed the hit, and she was like you say, she was over in the bar, she was going to her mate, and that desperation and the fight with her mum. The scene in the pharmacy where she's like, just like, give me the fucking name.
But like I say, I just think that it seemed like it was fairly mild. Let's just say she goes to the bar and she meets those two, and I thought this was going to be quite a menacing scene. What I thought it was going to end up with her either selling herself to them or something for it, or them doing something to her, and it just fizzled out. Yeah. And I think that if you're going to explore Oxycontin addiction in a film, it's possible, and I'm not saying you have to, but it's possible you can go much further down the line with that and show it in a very, very rough sort of way. It just seemed to show it at a certain level and never really dipped into a very, very nasty.
Do you think this could be the danger of having such a new mainstream actress like Florence Pugh in it, though?
Yeah, I mean, if this was like
because
an indie film,
she has got a rep to protect.
Yeah, if this was an indie film about it, I'm sure that those guys would have taken advantage.
This was Sheila Burf and Mia Goth.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. I've seen films that I've enjoyed where it has gone darker and deeper.
Yeah. No, I do agree with points. It's like the AA or the NA meetings, I found a little bit like About a Boy.
Right.
There was one particular well, don't call it a monologue, I suppose. Whatever she said when she was talking about her life and her addiction and stuff, and she was breaking down her first opening up. Fuck me, that was strong.
I thought the acting, it was quite good.
It was great. But yeah, the whole atmosphere of the meetings, I will agree with, it wasn't.
I just don't think that her addiction had taken her to, obviously it's taken her to quite a bad place, but she had an accident that wasn't her fault.
Was her fault.
Okay, so it was her fault. She looked at her phone, and then she just got addicted to painkillers, and then she sort of lost her boyfriend. And I mean, obviously, she ended up staying with her mum. But it wasn't like she was homeless, and it wasn't like she was turning tricks, and it wasn't like she was doing stuff for the drugs. You know, I don't know, just on this level above.
I suppose isn't that generally a truer representation of, should we call it, middle class addiction?
Maybe I'm watching too many programs about fentanyl and that.
Yeah, I think there's like, obviously when you're homeless, you go into that. I mean, we got to the bit where she was smoking a bit of opiate.
She chased the dragon once.
Yeah. So we started heading down that, and I think that was her point where she fucking panicked and was like, "Fuck, I'm going down," and that was almost the awakening.
Yeah, I think I'm watching too many real life programs about fentanyl in America. I'm watching that sort of that's what I'm
teeth
expecting.
falling out and stuff.
100%, rotten skin and all that now, mate. Yeah, we're getting to that level. But maybe that's what I'm suffering with. That's why I thought it was a bit light.
I mean, you slightly approached the bit that I think annoyed me most about this film, particularly, was the concentration and the heavy-handed approach to this responsibility element from her.
Right.
They really egged it home for the redemption at the end, where she turned around and go, "Oh, actually, it was my fault. It just felt so clunky.
Yeah.
Like we knew that Morgan Freeman knew something. He's read all the reports, and she kept saying, "Oh, it's not my fault. I was just doing this." And we were just waiting for that eureka moment where she goes, "Actually, yeah, I looked at my phone. I'm a bit of a dick." I just found it heavy.
Right. I mean, it's very telegraphed Hollywood ending.
We
anyway.
knew it was coming.
Yeah, no shit.
And there was no real effort to get there.
Yeah. The football scenes were pretty rough. Don't think I ever believed that girl was any good at football. If I'm honest, it was bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like bend it like Beckham. And
I think they reused the same shot a couple of times as well. Then they got one good one.
Of all the opponent running the opposite
other way
and
she
falling over.
It. Yeah.
What do you think about her character? I like the scene where Florence Pugh tried to save her in the thing where they all went, and then Morgan Freeman turned up
with the gun.
And that. Yeah. Oh, that was quite.
Once he'd come off the wagon.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I quite enjoyed that part. Again, she wasn't my favourite character. There was parts where I couldn't. I thought hers was probably more tonally off than the rest of them, because we was like, "Fucking hate you, get out of my house. You killed my mum." Actually, I'll text you. I want to go out for coffee. I'm really angry at you, but I'm really sorry for upsetting you.
Yeah, I'll get it. I thought that whole family was tonally off, but as I said,
like I say, I just think that for me, the chemistry between Morgan Freeman and Florence Pugh. I mean, he's 85. Yeah. He's 85. He's looking old now, granted. I just thought their chemistry and them two together was a partnership I didn't know I needed.
Yeah, I just thought his character, some of the bits that he said didn't sort of belong in this movie.
I mean, it covered a lot of themes, didn't it? I think there's a lot of things that people could relate to in this one.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I mean, I do think they did. Yeah. I don't think they went deep on any of them.
No.
It is a Sky original, isn't it? It's something that they can pop on there and say, look, we've got these two people. It's nothing that's going to upset too many people, is it?
No.
So
some funny points in there as well. Yeah. I thought the old people approaching tech was funny. It's gone green. I hate it when it goes green.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to work stuff. I thought they were good. I think the jokes worked well. I like the analogy with the train set.
What?
Do you
like the train set? Would you have a train set in here? It's about big enough for one of them train sets.
No, I want budgies, don't I?
You mean budgies?
I want budgies when I get older instead of a train set.
What, smelly shit in budgies?
Not indoors. I want to build an aviary outdoors. And anyone who's got a budgie in a cage, I want to look after. A budgie sanctuary, I'm going to call it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'd do if I win the lottery, budgie sanctuary.
Why budgies? You've never mentioned budgies before.
Because what happens is people put them in their houses in these little cages and they stick stinking in the corner because everyone loses interest in it.
What happens if anything? You got a rabbit doing that in the front room here.
I didn't
want
want
to
a
have a
rabbit.
rabbit fucking sanctuary.
I don't like rabbits. I love budgies. And then I'll just have a little...
What, are you going to give your rabbit away to someone who does the same with rabbits?
If someone wants it, text me.
Gerbils and that.
Get us on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com. Now she stepped up, mate. She's feeding it. She's watering it. She's looking after it, yeah.
It's probably dead. You just probably ain't noticed. She's probably taken it and buried it and put like a white bit or something
I bought it the nice food this week as well. Yeah.
Fucking hell, Jesus. All right, and your budgies.
But the train set was good. I just liked the idea of actually integrating it into the film, and I think it worked.
Right.
You can live that life and theming it on parts of his life that he could have changed.
Right. Again, I didn't think that the film really pushed the lows, so it made me less fussed about the highs, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I think that was just where I am. I mean, I don't know. I ain't got much more to say about it.
Right. First film of the year to get me, though.
You ain't cried?
Yeah, I had a little bit of tear with this one, mate.
When?
Yeah.
When?
When the letter was there and I realised he was dead. I was like, oh.
You didn't realise he was dead before that? That was actually at his funeral.
Yeah, but
Before she went downstairs.
We got the thing, and I was getting blurry-eyed. Then the letter was there, and his voice read out like God. And I was like, oh, that's really sad. And then, yeah.
You cried, honestly.
Well, I didn't like sob. I weren't like, fucking hell, pass me the tissues.
God, fucking hell, Mark. There is something wrong with you. There is.
Love a drama, don't I?
Yeah. What score you got?
Well, for me, I just got, if you like a drama, it's solid, great performances, but it's carried by Pugh and Freeman. Much what we said, and I've got 85.
85?
85, yeah.
Is that because does it get like 20 points extra because you dropped here? Because it makes you drop here.
Again, I don't know. This is definitely one of those that is carried, but I think it's coming off the back of a lot of films that I haven't really enjoyed this year.
Right.
It feels like a high point, and I don't know whether that says a lot about the film or a lot about what's come out this year.
I mean, I got 58.
Yeah,
which is probably about right for someone like me.
I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it was all right. It was all right to watch.
That's pretty much an 85, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all right to watch. Not too bad. You watched anything else?
Yeah, mate. I went to cinema and saw The Evil Dead Rise. She did not like me.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. I was going to try and see it because we haven't chosen what we're going to do for the main, have we?
I got called a bastard and everything.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because so don't say too much about it.
I haven't.
Right.
You started to. I was just going to end it there, and then you carried on the discussion.
I was just saying, maybe if I get a chance to watch it, we can do it as a main review.
Exciting. I've watched all the Saw films as well.
All right.
Come back in from watching it, I think, and Saw 1 was on. And then she was like, oh, I'm watching the rest. I was like, I got the DVD box set. So we've just watched them.
Right.
And then I've watched lots of this. Welcome to Wrexham. It's about a football team that some celebrities have bought. All like 14 episodes of that.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I mean, I know about it.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. They play some football and stuff,
I didn't think you would watch that.
Yeah.
I saw Step Brothers. Father of the Year. I watched Dirty Grandpa.
Father of the Year?
Yeah. Is it David Spader? Is that what it is?
Okay.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know.
Dirty Grandpa. Oh no, there was bits in there that made me laugh. You know, I got a bit
cringe.
Well, I don't know. I've got a bit of weird old sense of humour.
No shit.
And there was bits in it that did make me laugh. I like all the cock and bum jokes and that, don't I? Beast. I watched that thing.
Oh yeah.
Like Idris Elba.
Yeah.
Yeah, not very good, that is.
It's not, but it's doable, isn't it? It's watchable.
I watched Run, Fat Boy, Run.
Okay.
That was
You've watched some shit, haven't you?
Yeah, it wasn't.
And all you've been doing is texting me going, I ain't had a chance to get a film in yet.
Well, when I went to Vienna, I could stream to the TV in the hotel. Couldn't get on Prime because I couldn't get the password to work, and was just flicking through Netflix, and this was on. So 600 Ground, I watched. That was it's all right action film, isn't it, Michael? Man, there's some good sequences in there.
Yeah.
You remember seeing it? Fucking sequences, the action ones at the start.
Yeah, I can't remember any.
And Brian and Charles I watched.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what
Charles Petrescu.
I am Dan Petrescu.
Charles
Petrescu. What's the bit where he jumps?
Dan. He's called Brian and Charles. Why would he be called Dan?
Well, I'm trying to remember the one where he kept jumping on the step in the kitchen and then falls over. Cracks me up just thinking about it.
Oh dear. That's it. Cabbages.
I hate that film, but
Cabbages. I don't. That's it. Nice.
Terrific.
Right, moving on.
Yeah.
This is the next section. This is the section that we have to call
Homework.
we go. So this is the section where we give each other films that we love and the other one hasn't seen, in the hope of uncovering hidden gems. Slightly different this week. We both watched this for the first time. It's a 1977 film directed by Dario Argento, starring Jessica Harper, Stefania Cassini, Flavio Bucci, Miguel Bose and others. Running time of 99 minutes. Box office of 1.43 billion lira. 1.8 million dollars. 7.3 on IMDb. 94% on Rotten Tomatoes, with a synopsis of: an American newcomer to a prestigious German ballet academy comes to realise that the school is a front for something sinister amid a series of grisly murders. I gave you, because we watched the new one of these, the remake, 1977's Susperia.
You did. You want to know what I thought about it?
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, I mean, to start with, mate, I can't honestly think of, whether you can help me think of, a film that overused a score as much as this one. I mean, it's a great score. I've actually got it as my new ringtone.
Have you?
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore. Got to have ringtones and that like that. It's childish. Where's the bit that goes...
It's childish.
Where's the bit that goes... You keep playing it. Is it on there?
I don't know how far it goes, if I'm honest. I don't normally answer it by then, don't I?
Keep going.
It's obviously a second-hand one, like someone's done it themselves.
On their glockenspiel?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's another bit.
Yeah, I know what one you mean.
Yeah. Now, that was my favourite bit. I mean, that just went all the way through while they were talking and that, didn't they? The whole film, I think. It pretty much went through.
It's fucking
with
great.
With louder bits.
I'm obsessed with it and I love it and it was very effective. But I don't. It's called Goblin, apparently. I can't remember a film that just used the same. It's almost like, do you know when they say Jaws used like 3 notes or 2 notes? Yeah. I mean, it used a few more notes than that, but it just used it. Like you say.
There was one bit. It's sort of, I did like that. Got to be honest. Yeah. Because obviously I watched it for the first time. I don't have to write notes, but I've just got the word score written.
Yeah.
So
it was great. Feeling very nervous on this one because I know we got some people that love it.
There's colours as well. Wasn't it fucking bright?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I mean, Ryan, I think it's fair to say is obsessed with this one.
Right.
I know a lot of people really like it. For me, I felt it lacked a bit of depth. And this is, they're going to get really angry because I am going to compare it to the remake, or do we call it the reimagining? I don't know what it is.
The long one.
The long one, yeah. I would have been happy for another hour of this one to get there fully. For me, it felt rushed.
Right.
And I was relying on knowledge from the reimagining to fill in the gaps.
Okay. Which is obviously a bit of a dangerous thing because... You know,
did I lose the effect?
Yeah.
This is what I'm wondering, whether it did.
Did the second one tell the story properly? You know, I don't know. There's changes in that in there.
From what I understand, I mean, I don't know if this is based on a book, but from what I read, it was just the ending that was slightly different. But whether they filled in the gaps different, I don't know. I mean, it certainly was creepy looking. I was worried about watching this one on the plane because I expected a harder watch, if I'm honest. I mean, it's rated X. But it's pretty soft, isn't it? I don't really know what rated X means. I Googled it.
No, I mean, a lot of things look fake and all that then, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I don't know whether I was just expecting some Booby Bush butt game and stuff like that, but it certainly didn't go down those 70s horror tropes.
Oh, good, because you was on a plane.
Yeah, I know, but that's what my worries were.
That you can't stop yourself from shouting it out?
No,
even if you're on a plane?
The fact that I'm sitting there with it on a screen with an old lady to my left.
Oh, that's all right.
Keep looking at my screen.
But if you were shouting Booby Bush...
I wouldn't have done the
Booby Bush cock in the plane.
The autism in me would have just made me put my hand over and go, boobies. Because I'd had to have done it. Yeah. Definitely less based on dance than the reimagining. Yeah. We didn't get as much of that. And there were more men, a lot more men. Like the reimagining, I'm going to keep calling it, was quite woman heavy, wasn't it?
No shit.
There was
Tilda Swinton played one of the men.
Yeah, but I mean, there was lots of bulges in this one, in leotards, floating around. But I did keep thinking, do I know more about this because of the depth I've been given? I think I dropped a bollock doing it that way around, but it's a missus' fault. I blame her. I think it relies on and needs a bit more imagination than the reimagining.
Right.
Do you think it feels more simple? I think it's actually quite a simple film, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we all. I think
you can jump in as well, mate.
No, but
don't
I'm
leave
saying,
me to get myself in trouble.
We always try and complicate things, though, don't we? If we remake stuff and all that, we don't just remake it with like better. It's like a computer game, isn't it? Computer games are slightly different. You remake them with better graphics and better sound. Yeah. With the films, you tend to overcomplicate it and you write things into the story that you might have thought were missing or you think that other people want you to put in there. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it'd be better to just spruce up the effects and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I didn't like the fact that it was really long, the second one.
No.
However, I'm going to say that, again, I think that this was an issue with circumstance for me because I have still been getting up at like 2:30 in the morning, working long hours, and I've tried to sort of fit this in, and I've been working on the weekends and everything. So I tried to fit in. I found it very abrasive.
Right.
It's a joy to look at. However, I found the score amazing, but very loud, very abrasive. I ended up turning it down, and then I couldn't hear what they were saying. Right. That's how sort of like.
I mean, it was great with headphones on because I had my sound cancelling headphones on, so I really got it.
Yeah, I couldn't get a happy mix because it was just one of those. You know, when you're just that tired and that you want to watch it, but it's just so loud and so.
I do get what you mean because I did have to keep turning around to her and going, "Can you hear my headphones?" Because they did come across really loud. But like you say, to get the dialogue.
Yeah, and there's a good story behind it. Yeah. There wasn't a completed version, was there? They've had to piece it together.
Yeah, I mean, that was really interesting.
Yeah. But you know, so I struggled a bit, and I'm putting it down to 1. I think I'm getting a bit old for some stuff.
Okay.
Maybe my time of watching these sort of like, I'm not going to say slop with these holders, sort of classic horrors, are going a bit. And 2, I just found it too colourful and too loud for this watch. I think that I need to revisit it when everything's slowed down in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm not so rushed. I mean, I certainly couldn't watch it now because I've got the dogs and all that running around, and that was also a bit of an issue because I'd watched it while we got the puppy, so every 5 minutes I'm wondering whether he's going to get up, and I couldn't really concentrate. It was just very grating. So I can't really comment, and I wouldn't like to put a score on it because it's very unfair to it because I think it's a much better film than the experience I had.
Bottle job, mate. I mean, we keep saying about score and colour. I thought light was great as well.
Yeah,
the lighting was really, really good.
Oh, it was masterful. All those bits were masterful. Because it has been put together by someone. I think that the sound editing is out on the version that I watched on Prime. I just couldn't hear what they were saying without having it so loud that the score was fucking giving me a headache.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was interesting how they approached characters differently as well. So we didn't get as much of Madame Blanc.
And as we mentioned before, and Ryan pointed out, the main girl was less of a willing person in this one.
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
The second one,
I thought everyone actually, there seemed to be a lot less of the coven and a lot less of actual sinisterness within the girls.
Yeah,
there was. So I say it didn't go to the lengths either way.
It was very 70s.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, the end scene was just so 70s. You know what I mean?
It was.
Yes.
It was. I mean, I cannot stress, mate, how much though I loved the Mrs. Tanner character. Presence and so well developed. She was amazing, absolutely amazing. I thought she was brilliant. I'm assuming this is one of the cult ones. I don't think it was massive at the time, was it?
It's 1.43 billion lira. Yeah, that's how massive it was.
But it sort of gained a bit of momentum. I think it needed more coven. I think we needed a bit more explanation. I won't say spoon-fed. I don't need it spoon-fed. I'm just not sure, again, without wanting to compare it too much, if I would have watched it. I think the reimagining's done me a favour by explaining what's going on. I don't know if I missed that rawness, and actually I could have watched it first, then visited that, and it might have made a bit more sense.
Yeah, those sorts of films about, like witchcraft and stuff from the 70s, it's quite difficult to understand what's going on. The directors and all that have clearly got an idea, and I don't think they really cared about whether everyone totally understood it.
I mean,
it was all about the visuals and getting all that right, wasn't it? And, and I think he was a visionary at the time, but
I think
does
now,
it travel now, 50 years later? It's difficult to say.
I think now I've seen it, I didn't want to ruin by listening to some podcasts with people talking about it, so now I can sort of go and find out what everyone else. I mean, Ryan's going to let me know what I've got wrong tonight. He's already promised me that. But I'm glad I've seen it. I definitely want to watch it again. But I think for a first time watch, mate, I've only got 64 on it.
Right.
But I can I've not got to a point where I'm like, oh, I don't want to see that again. I actually do. But it should be interesting, maybe a different environment, not on a plane.
Maybe do a watch party with Ryan.
Oh.
So, mate, what you got for me next week?
It's a shit one, mate. I'm not going to lie, but I've not got a lot to choose from at the moment. But this has got a bit of a dark story to it, so it's got me reading the book, or books based upon, shall we say. So this is a film. It's currently 6.3 out of 10 on IMDb. Rated TV/14. 1 hour 28 minutes, mate. 1 hour 28 minutes. Crime thriller. Synopsis of: Sarah is a teen girl looking forward to her 18th birthday so she can move away from her controlling father, Don. But before she could even blow out the candle, Don imprisons her in the basement of their home. Starring Judd Nelson, Stephanie Scott. Based on the Josef Fritzl shenanigans. This is 2021's Girl in the Basement. She made me watch it.
That's probably the first time that is it Fritzl?
Fritzl
has been described as shenanigans. You've been doing shenanigans down there, Joseph. Fucking hell. Jesus. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch that. 28 minutes. I'll probably have to do it in like 5 sittings because I'm asleep within 20
That's fine.
minutes.
I expect pitch perfect-esque scores, mate.
Okay. So, mate, do you want to reiterate how people can get us on the socials?
Yeah, you can get us on Twitter. I'm kind of back on that now, which is @movie_drone, or via email on moviedronepodcast@hotmail.com.
Excellent.
I ain't got anything to sell with I, so I don't need to be on there so much.
Okay.
I'm a publicity whore.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a new episode out, mate. I'm all over it.
Oh, dear. I mean, what are we doing next week? Mate. I don't know.
Surprise.
It will have to be. I'm going to see what I can watch.
Yeah.
And I'll let you know.
Yeah.
All right. So let me see what my time frame's like and what I can get to the cinema. So The Evil Dead, you ain't going to go. And I can just imagine what's going to happen. I'm going to go to the cinema and I'm going to do what you did when you went and fell asleep and we all walked out and left you on that sofa.
Yeah,
I'm going to be still asleep in the light at like fucking 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. Well, wasn't so bad, was it?
No. I mean, it was fine to start with.
So that's it, though, isn't it?
I think.
It. Well, welcome back, mate.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
You know, it's you got one down. Let's see how it goes.
Do one next week?
We might do.
Yeah.
Let's see how this one edits out first.
Cool.
All right. So, mate, say goodbye then, Mark.
Goodbye then, Mark.
Thanks for listening, everybody. See ya. Bye.
Oh, mate, I'm nearly done my degree, and I. So I've signed up for another course with the OU. It's soup and casserole technology. Yeah, it's a bachelor's degree. Bachelor's, not the soup.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that will travel. I don't think not many people know what the OU is.
Open University.
You have to be in the know.
Bachelor's
is worldwide,
soup. I assume so.
Is it?
Let's find out. Okay. Let's turn joke time into knowledge time. Do you know what a cup of soup is?
Go on then.
Welcome to...
Go on then. Go on then.
Fuck off. Don't be a fucking prick.
Fantastic idea. So that's okay.
I'm telling the hairbrush story.
The what?
The hairbrush story.
I've told her. Yeah. It's no problem. She knows what I'm like. I just didn't want anyone else to know.